Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brian. Happy birthday to you. It's a perfect day to get together again. It's your birthday.
This is. The last time we did this was for my 40th birthday. That was 7 years ago.
Are you serious? We actually did it on your birthday?
Episode
did you plan
20.
This? Serendipity.
The birthday fairy asked me what I wanted. So what do you get for the guy who has everything but a steady job?
Did we really do the last show on your birthday?
No. The last time we did my birthday was my 40th birthday.
Okay.
And then like 4 months later, we stopped doing them all together.
Okay.
So,
I got you. All right. Wow, 7 years.
7 years, man.
It's good to see you, Brian.
Oh, I love you. I love you too.
Brian and I actually haven't spoken in 7 years. That's how we should play it. How you been, man? You still married to Rose? Everything's changed. Like, it's just weird.
Everything in the world.
I'm divorced.
Yes.
No, all the dogs we had before are gone.
Yeah. Hold that thought. Hey, everybody! Welcome to Suds and Buds. My name is Brian Stevens.
My name is Mike Speenberg.
We're just two average guys with not so average jobs. We really love beer.
Yeah, our lives really haven't gone anywhere.
No.
It pretty much fits like we haven't even left.
Yeah, it's like
7 years of nothing.
The world has moved on.
Yeah,
and we're still here.
Well, yes. Well, we were talking before the show about how even all the technology and we can get live comments now.
Yeah.
And we couldn't do that before. We had to have people email us.
Yep.
And write us letters.
Yep.
and now we can, like, the world is just a different place.
Yeah.
Bailey moved out.
Yes.
Bailey moved out, so we're actually in Bailey's old room.
This is Bailey's old room is the studio now. And yeah, technology, man, we had to strap so much stuff together just to get to the world. And even when we got it to the world, they didn't quite understand.
Yes.
Like, I would have people that would text me, "Are you live right now? Like, is this happening right now?"
And now, actually, yes. The answer is yes. And there was no way to do that before.
No, not really. Not easy. And
well, I want people who may not have listened to the show before, but Brian is the brains of the show, and all this is Brian's, and like we'd still be in 7 years. We'd be 15 years ago.
Yeah.
With the technology, I don't even this. And so Brian does all this, and it's a lot of work, and he does and he does it, and I don't know how he gets it done, but he gets us a live feed now, and it's just this is insane, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we were faking robberies and hanging American flags and starting fights.
Keep talking. I gotta hit a button.
Yeah, well, let Vinny in here.
I forgot to hit a button right here. One button.
This is just but it's it's one of those things. Like, I don't even live in Atlanta anymore.
Right.
So I'm living in Charlotte. So we're going to try to do the show and make it happen because people have always asked and have always ever since we stopped doing the show.
Right.
People have. I don't want people to think the wrong impression, like you and I stopped hanging out or anything like that. It was just more. My thing was this. There wasn't even Uber then.
Right.
There was no Uber.
None.
So Brian lives in one part of Atlanta, and I lived in another part of Atlanta, and I would drive to Brian's house, drink beers on camera, and then get in my car and drive back to my house.
Right.
So basically, it's a little iffy. You know, that's probably something you don't want to have happen in court.
No.
So I just started going on the road a lot more, and Brian was working a lot more, and now I think we're both in a place. I have a lot more free time.
Why is that?
It's the garage door.
The garage door. The dogs. You can definitely tell this in my house.
Yeah, stuff's changed, dude. We moved to I moved to Charleston for 2 years.
Yep.
I hated it.
Yep.
Too small. Not a place for guys like us. There's no struggle. I needed an itch. And Mount Pleasant, South Carolina doesn't have an itch.
Oh.
I like the city. It's beautiful. But if you cannot afford to be on the water all day, you're just living in a hot-ass place, dude. Yeah. You don't have enough money in the world to make me live in Simpsonville, South Carolina. Or Goose Creek.
Where?
Is it Simpsonville near Charleston or... I can't remember shit. Anyway, so I got divorced.
I don't know really the house. I don't know.
Amy and I got divorced. Nobody went to jail.
Thank
goodness.
goodness.
No custody disputes or anything like that. We just grew apart, man.
It happens.
And I'm you know what? I can breathe, and I feel fantastic.
Good. You look fantastic.
I feel great. I feel and look better than I ever have in my life, I think, and that's what I've been hearing.
Yes.
So once your mojo changes, man.
Yeah.
You know, so the mojo's back. So I wanted you and I to start, doing this again. And, this is the closest thing I want to have to a marriage right now.
Well, you and me both.
Life is good, man.
That doesn't work for me.
Yes.
Oh, well, let's celebrate. We have to, obviously, for people that never...
Day drinking.
Yeah. For people that never saw all 34 episodes of the show are up on YouTube. You can just search Suds and Buds podcast and you'll find it. But what we used to do is we used to try out beers. We were one of the first audio video podcasts that would try out and review beers.
We were definitely one of the first to do remotes from like beer places, and we did the one from the Buford Theater. We did the one from what was the brewery we did?
And it wasn't Red Brick Brewery, was it?
No.
It was Atlanta Brewing Company, maybe.
Well, that's the beer we have today.
Who knows? It's on our Facebook. I don't remember.
We went to the brewery and we took the viewer went. What was the fella's name that went with us? Him and his buddy came and we went and we toured the brewery.
He's watching this and I've totally blanked.
See,
I should have done my homework.
Brian,
I didn't prepare for this.
Yeah, it was 7 years, dude.
It was. Have you done the whole Have you done the whole 2008, 2018 thing?
No, because I heard it was for facial recognition software.
Yeah.
So I haven't done that. You want to just stand still for a second, let them get us?
All right.
Hang on.
Check this out. So here's here's 2018. Look what I've got. Look what I got.
2000. You got an old one. That's definitely more than facial recognition. Look at my belly frowning.
Yeah, look at that, buddy.
What episode was that? Because that was a good one.
That was like 4 or 5. Like 4 or 5.
Yeah, we had some good shows, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, it was groundbreaking. It was groundbreaking. We did stuff on the internet at a time when...
You don't know what you got till it's gone. We have a live studio audience today. We have Vinny. What's his sister's name again?
Merida.
Merida.
Yeah.
It's Merida.
My dogs are our live audience.
Yeah.
And Vinny is chilled. He's like, I know how this works. I got to be real quiet. And Merida's just waiting, jumping at the chance to get on camera. And we can see your live comments. So Lynn Wilkie and Dave Harrell.
Dave Harrell's coming to my show in Charlotte. He and I grew up together.
Laura Lowry.
Dave Harrell and I, we grew up across the street from each other. I have a show in Charlotte at the Comedy Zone with the very funny Dale Jones on Wednesday, February 6th.
Okay.
At the Comedy Zone, downtown Charlotte Music Factory. And Dave and a bunch of biker guys he hangs out with are coming to the show. So, yeah, it's kind of cool. Ever since I moved back to Charlotte, I've been kind of trying to reconnect with. That looks like urine. But I've been trying to kind of
Hopefully it doesn't taste like it.
Reconnect. Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Today's Brian's birthday, everybody.
47 years young.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, this is Atlanta Brewing
I had 12
Company.
of them when I got here last night.
We had fun last night. This is the Homestand. It's a Pilsner. Just your standard Pilsner. Looks kind of like piss water.
Well, I wanted to share all that with you, too. 7 years ago, I was a High Life drinker.
That's right.
Not anymore, dude.
Died in the war.
I turned the corner. My favorite beers now, I don't know about what our viewers think, but I'm a big fan of Red Stripe.
Yep.
And I'm a big fan of, I like the Stella.
Yeah.
That's my go-to. Like the Stella is my new High Life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't drink the High Lifes anymore, man.
Really? Why?
I can't even, I can't drink a lot of domestics like that now anymore. They don't taste as, to me back in the day, my whole fight with you and the beer tasting thing was you were more sophisticated in your beer taste in my mind.
Right.
And I was like racetrack,
yeah,
roller derby type beers.
Yeah.
And I think I've become a connoisseur of some sort.
And
I've been doing a lot of gluten-free beers. Yes.
How is that?
If they don't taste like Boone's Farm, they're good.
Okay.
If there's a couple brands, and we'll get into them here later on, but that are actually taste like beer.
Really?
But most of them are that cider.
Because everything else that's gluten-free doesn't taste like what it's supposed to be. It tastes like cardboard.
How about next show? I'll bring a couple in here.
Okay, we'll do it.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
But yes, a lot of them taste like cider. Like the one that Budweiser makes is something apple something,
right,
but it just tastes like apples.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't want to get drunk on apples.
Right. Well, I can agree with you there. I don't like that idea.
So I guess the people that are talking. Lynn Wilkie, I know Lynn. She met me on a boat.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank
Lynn's
you,
doing well.
Laura. Thank you for the happy birthday.
Lynn got drugged by a horse. I met her at one of my shows.
Not at the show.
No, not at the show. She was in the front of the show, and she had one of those weird looking bowling tendonitis gloves on. Right. And I asked her why. She said she got drugged by a horse. And that's how the crowd looked at everyone. But Lynn and I had a good time, and it got her out of her depression. Good. And that's what my comedy's supposed to do. So I appreciate her for listening too. So
hopefully this kind of reaches into your day a little bit and does the same thing. Morgan is leaving a comment.
That's Matt Herdklotz's wife.
Okay.
Herdklotz is like one of the first guys I ever smoked weed with in high school.
Yeah.
In Chad Henline's red Volkswagen GTI.
Okay.
Chad used to sell steroids, and he hid them in the where you pop the thing out of the center of the steering
He's an
wheel.
entrepreneur.
Yeah, that's where he kept the steroids, like in the thing, and he sold them to the meatheads we went to high school with. And Chad wasn't even a meathead. He took steroids for like a week and grew tits and stopped. But Herdklotz is a good dude, man. He lives in Blowing Rock, North Carolina.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in years, man. But yeah. So it's pretty funny that we can actually see people that are doing that.
They're actually watching. They're listening.
Yeah.
John Hildebrand, thank you, buddy. Great bass player that used to live here in town. Now I think he's over near Jackson, Mississippi. And next time you're near Jackson, John, you'll have to go see Mike.
Well, dude, I worked for WorldCom. Bernie Ebbers was my first boss.
Oh, that's right.
The only job I ever had out of college, my dad wanted me to wear a tie, so I would lived with my dad right after I graduated from NC State, and I went back to Charlotte, and I worked for WorldCom, that guy Bernie Ebbers, and he flew 2,000 people to the Grand Ole Opry, and we stayed at Opryland Hotel, where it's like has that indoor garden and shit.
Yeah.
We stayed there for like 4 days. 2,000 people stayed there for 4 days. On the first day, he had Les Brown, the motivational speaker that she married to Gladys Knight, Gladys Knight and the Pips. He came in and spoke. You don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. And I don't know why I remember that. But that's the only thing I remember from that speech. I think that's why I quit that job and started doing stand-up, was that dude.
Really?
And the second day, the night, he had Dana Carvey come in and play piano and do Chop and Broccoli in front of 2,000 people. Yeah. And the next night, we walked across the parking lot to the Grand Ole Opry, and I saw Huey Lewis open up for Reba McEntire. Ain't that crazy shit? That dude flew all those people there. That's why he went to prison and lost all that money.
Yeah,
but he's from Meridian or Jackson, right? That
think
place
so.
is for that company's from Jackson, the former WorldCom.
I remember that was one of my first internet connections when I moved to Atlanta was WorldCom, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's who we got our internet
That's
from.
crazy. I was a sales rep for them. I didn't do shit.
Yeah.
No, me and Kristen Reese. She's a friend of mine. We're still friends, but we trained together under Scott Moran's, and we thought he was weird because he took his wife's last name.
Oh, yeah,
Isn't that kind of creepy? That's kind of weird, Scott. Stop it, weirdo. but yeah, man, I'm in town because Brian and I have been talking about doing the show again, and it's just a scheduling issue that we have to work out, and we will work it out. And I have a show tonight in Virginia Highlands, or no, tomorrow night in Virginia Highlands. Tonight's Griffin, Georgia, with Tommy Wildfire Rich.
That's right,
dude. I'm very excited. I'm a big wrestling fan.
They gonna tell stories.
Yeah, gonna tell tales.
Wrestling.
Woo! That's how he does it. If you watch the promo, he's gonna beat my ass. I'm gonna get put through a table tonight. That'd be great. No, but we're doing a comedy show, and then Tommy Wildfire Rich, the wrestler, is gonna tell.
Hey, Tony Lyman.
Great
drummer.
You got all the musicians. It's funny because we're doing the show in the middle of the day, and the only people that don't have shit to do are drummers and bassists and people that I went to high school with.
Yeah. To answer your question, Tony, and I'll send you something later. We're using a service called Studio. Oh shoot, I just lost the name of it. I'll send it to you. Don't worry about it. You can use iOS devices. A little tech tip for people.
Well, what are you doing for your birthday?
I'm telling you, the birthday fairy said, "What would you like?"
Right.
And I said, "The only thing I don't need anything at this point except work. But I mean, you know, other than that, I wanted to do a show with my buddy."
Right on, man.
And here we are.
Right. And yeah, so the Atlanta Brewing Company, are they new? Are they here when I was here?
See, I don't know. See, I've been so out of everything.
Yes. We've been out of the drinking loop.
I know.
This is probably going to be really good for our liver.
I know. It'll be good for our reputations too.
Yes. So yeah.
So yeah, this is good. If you like just a clean, all American kind of beer, this is good.
Now, I don't know if even the listeners know this, or the viewers, or whatever you want to call the buds.
Yeah.
I don't drink tap beer.
Why is that?
Because I don't trust the dude to clean the lines.
Oh yeah.
Never liked tap beer. It gives me a headache. It makes me feel like
it's
shit.
funny you say that. back in the late 90s, I was touring with this country artist that had a record deal and videos on. Dude had like 8 videos on CMT at the time. Remember, they used to have a television show that showed country music. They used to show music on television, is what I'm saying.
Right.
And when we weren't on tour, here's a guy that was on CMT. You could turn on like 2 in the afternoon, and there he is. That's what he actually did for money, because he didn't make any money as a singing artist.
You clean taps?
Clean beer taps.
Really?
During the week, and then we do the touring thing on the weekends.
I just can't. Like some bars you go to, man, it's 40 taps of beer.
Yeah.
How do you trust? Like,
especially if they don't want to be there. But that's any job where somebody doesn't want to be there, right?
yeah, especially in college bars or places where it's like a dive bar.
Yeah.
I don't. And they all end up tasting the same when they come through the line.
Well, it's because they're all hooked to the same keg.
Some of the
probably.
delivery guys and some of the companies, I'm sure, like the smaller breweries, I'm sure, like Atlanta Brewing Company, if they tap somewhere, they're small enough to where they can still actually be all about it. Like they can go and they have one guy that goes around town and does 10 or 12 places.
Right.
But the Budweiser guy and all that stuff, I don't know if that guy's got so much work going on. The last thing he's going to do is worry about whether the kids at Kennesaw State are not having a little bit of fungus in their beer.
Yeah. Because that's the grossest thing that they do all week, right?
Yeah.
Drink dirty beer.
Yeah. Most of them just clean it by blowing through it. I pee in it and it cleans it out. Piss runs it out.
You like that one?
Yeah, I do. I do like this one.
That's a good one.
That one.
Let's launch into another one.
Okay, all right.
We'll stack up our glasses.
Goddamn, drinking like it's his birthday. Ivan's on the show. Ivan.
Yeah.
Well, introduce Ivan. Got to tell him. Ivan. What am I saying, Ivan? See, that's my point.
Yeah, it's been that long.
Ivan passed away when?
2 years ago.
Okay. And he
That's my dog, by the way. Yeah.
Well, the listeners used to know. Okay. And then Mitch passed away May 7th.
Yeah.
That was hard. Hamilton went away in 2013 or 14. Mm-hmm. But he was 13 years old. Mitch was almost 13.
Yeah.
And Ivan was 12, 11?
11, almost 12.
Fuck doggy cancer, man.
Yeah.
Fuck doggy cancer. That's what I say. So yeah, man, it's just a different world. I mean, you got Merida and you got Vinny in here. Vinny's cool. He looks like a Rhodesian Ridgeback humped a weenie dog.
Yeah. He acts
He's
like
got
one.
little short legs. He's a gangster thug. He looks like a dog that should be living at Red Man or Puff Daddy's house.
Yeah, he is definitely the coolest. He's the kind of dog, every time people see him, they're like, I gotta have that dog.
Okay, so that's the Atlanta Brewing Company.
That was Atlanta Brewing Company. That's good. That's a good. They've got a bunch.
That's
of
what we
different
drank
ones.
last night.
Yeah. That's why there's only one left.
Okay, all right, cool.
That was it. That was the only one left. Usually we don't taste these until the show, but last night we had a little fun.
I can go, tall tales, top of off our Ritz. Tonight, Griffin, Georgia, come on down. Top of off our Ritz. Woo! Those promos are killing me, man.
You got your own camera now. You didn't have that before.
I
You can look right at that camera and you can do whatever you want to do.
Right? I have freedom, man.
Yeah.
I'm free. The whole world is my oyster. It sure is.
I'm going to live vicariously through you. Is that okay?
Shit.
That's
You're going to be doing a lot of jacking off. We were talking about technology earlier and all this shit. That was funny. But yeah, man, I don't know if I want. I gotta pick my nose first. That's probably not gonna do me any good.
Here, I'll put it on me for a second. So I'll talk to this camera. Actually, you know what we need to do? We need to do something because somehow the lights in my place get paid somehow. And one of the ways they get paid is
that's because Rose gets up and goes to work at 2:00 in the morning. It was like 2 a.m. I got up to piss in your house, and Rose is walking around like a ghost. I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? She's carrying coffee around at 2:00 in the morning.
She is a ghost, actually.
Yeah,
I married a ghost.
Yeah, well, she's at lunch now, right? She's here.
Yeah, well, she was here. I think she's gone now. She's only here for like 10 minutes for lunch, and then back to it.
And Bailey's just MIA. I don't even see Bailey anymore when I come through here.
See, that's how you know you
Brian's got 2 driveways now, man. Yeah. Did you? Well, you had the second driveway before, but it wasn't paved, was it?
Right. It wasn't paved.
I got you.
Yeah, that's how you know you've done right. Like when your kid just one day goes, "See ya," and he's gone.
That's awesome, man. I'm proud of him. Yeah, I'm proud of him.
He got his own adult job with full-time hours and benefits. He even got a raise. Like he called me when he got a raise. Dad, like
he makes more than we do.
He does. So that being said, make sure you check out sessionace.com. I don't have them on right now because we're kind of crazy today, but Session Ace is a great company that I just happen to own that makes in-ear monitors and a lot of other great tools for musicians. The tagline is actually remarkable tools for
Yeah, we do actually
craftsmen.
talk about intelligent things from time to time.
Occasionally we do.
Yeah.
And because of sponsorships like Session Ace, I even have a little lower third right there. Make sure you go to sessionace.com and you can check out all the awesome stuff like these in-ear monitors.
James Jordan. Do you know that?
Oh, that's James. I used to work with him on my church
dad,
gig.
right?
Maybe.
Isn't that his name? Wasn't that Michael Jordan's dad's name? Was James Jordan?
Might have been.
Got murdered in 94?
It's not that James.
I know, because he's passed away, but yeah, but that's Michael Jordan's daddy's name, I think. James.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. I think that's what it is, though.
We'll have to
Anybody knows,
Google
just
that.
type it in there. And
You can Google that
send me
kind
a
of
letter.
thing now.
Huh?
I don't remember as much as I used to. Like, because I've cleared the memory banks. Now, if you want to know something trivial, something that even like who fought in the War of 1812 that they used to grill into our heads at school, you just Google it now. You can clear that space out for things that matter.
Who did fight in the War of 1812? Is it the U.S. and was it France?
Let me Google it real quick.
Was it France and America?
I think it was, I don't know.
I'm going to Google it.
So anyway, make sure you go to sessionace.com. Thank you for being a wonderful sponsor.
The goddamn
to
public
myself.
school system got me Googling shit over here. The War of 1812. United States, the United Kingdom, and the respect.
Uh-oh. What does Wikipedia say? That's what we're going to do in front of the interwebs. We're just going to Google stuff. That's the new show. Surprise.
We fought in Canada? Shit, I don't know, man. We gotta get back to
Who knows?
Go back to community college. I'm a communications major, man. Ask me all that important shit.
That and phys ed. Those are the two most important degrees you can ever go
I
for.
was at the DMV in Charlotte the other day, and I had to get my North Carolina driver's license, and I saw a guy in there, and he was like 70 years old, and he had a PE 100 NC State phys ed T-shirt on.
Oh, did it have his name written in the box?
It has NC State phys ed, and then it has in the circle in the middle, it has the year. And mine, I have one at home that has 94 in it. His was like 81.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that anytime I even think about when we were in like middle school with phys ed, it had the name of the school in big block letters, and then they just had a box that you wrote your name in, and that made you feel important. You were so important.
Oh, yeah,
you had
you
to
wrote
write your name on your body for your
Yeah.
teacher to remember it.
Right.
Yeah. Times have changed.
In
now.
elementary school in Matthews, we used to take our shoes off for gym. Yeah, weird, huh?
Would you sit in a circle and chant? What'd you do?
It was dark and it hurt. No, we did. We used to, seriously though, we used to take our shoes off and do gym class in elementary school. It was in like the auditorium.
Oh, okay.
It was a stage, and like it wasn't really and there was a couple basketball goals. It wasn't like really a gym.
It was a gymatorium.
Mrs. Good Game.
Good Game?
Mrs. Good Game. Isn't that a perfect gym?
That was made up.
Good guy. I swear, I don't know what she told us. Right? Mrs. Good Game.
Wow.
Yeah. Miss Godfrey was a band teacher, and no shit, she was missing the same finger as Jerry Garcia. She's a bitch, though. She told me my hands are too small to play sax and drums, so she put me on cornet.
Oh, wow.
Fucking gay trumpet. So I quit that shit.
Couldn't even give you the full-size trumpet.
Yeah, gave me the cornet. My mom was pissed, dude. We went to McFadden Music and she rented it, right?
Yep.
And then like 2 weeks later, I was all crying and sucking snot about how I didn't want to play anymore. So we had to go back to McFadden Music and turn it in. The guy's like, "Oh, your kid's a fucking loser. He played it for 2 weeks. He didn't even stick to it." Yeah. I faked the scales. I wouldn't even blow into it.
You were that kid?
Oh, I was that kid. Mrs. Godfrey. She's a bitch, man. Scarred little fifth grader.
You'll get over it eventually.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
That's the other thing. So one of the things I was trying to take stock this morning as I was doing my little stuff. I write in the mornings. I just kind of write in a notebook in the mornings for about 30 minutes.
Right.
And I was taking stock of like thinking about the last time we did this on my birthday, which was when I was 40, and now. And one of the things that I started taking stock of is how much I've let go of in my life. I've just let go of stuff. Right. And everything's about like being here in the moment. Right. And trying to forget about what was before and not think about what's about to happen. Like not even 10 minutes from now.
Right.
Like 10 minutes from now after I finish drinking this AT
Is this
ale.
Atlanta Brewing Company too?
No, this is from Second Self beer company, and they're in Georgia. I literally know nothing about this.
Second
crafted in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. ATL. Instead of ATL, it's ATL. And sip into your second self.
Where did you get all this beer?
This was, Rose picked it up yesterday, and I think she was at our Kroger now. The Kroger that we have has like a whole craft beer section. It's the upscale Kroger, dude. You know, we don't have redneck Kroger anymore. It's all the people with money are moving out this way. It's great for my property value, but it's horrible on my taxes. Anyway.
Yeah, it's blowing up out here, dude. I didn't recognize it when I drove here. It's hard for me to find you. Harder for me to usually get to your neighborhood because of the stuff that's going on around here.
Right. I mean, it's like, and I'm wondering where they're going to put all these people. I mean, that's part of the change. Used to, this was, the biggest thing.
They're all waiting at the border.
Is that who's going to live in all those condos?
Come running up damn Buford Highway. Hola, Brian. Hola, mi amigo Brian.
I better learn to speak Spanish.
You got a bunch of Guatemalan babies with the flu running around here. Oh, damn it.
Not yet.
What the fuck?
Not yet. I did build a wall, by the way.
That's a fake wall. I like that one.
It wasn't that hard either. I don't know what everybody's going around about.
Bitching about. You just tack that fucking shit up there.
Yeah,
that's what we should do, is a fake brick wall along the border.
Yeah.
Ryan, you just fucking solve the border problem.
Yeah, they run right up to it and go, it's a brick wall.
I think
we got to turn around.
Top Golf will do a good job at making that wall too with the fucking net they got going on at their place.
Oh my God, that thing's huge.
Border net.
Yeah, you can't climb it.
You have to be like a Mexican ninja warrior guy to get over that shit.
That would be good.
Mexicans, they're like Guatemalans. Yeah. Running Man's coming, dude.
Yeah.
You know, that type of shit. That's what they should do. So let some dude loose in Guatemala and let they race to the border and then, yeah.
So we were 8 years ahead of being able to just hold your phone up and live cast the entire world. And now 8 years from now, that's what we're going to be seeing on TV.
No, it'll
be the Running Man version.
Princess Leia, like where she comes out of R2D2's head. And
like a hologram.
Yeah, we'll have holograms and shit. Well, they already do that. Didn't they do that with
Tupac?
Tupac, and then somebody else just did it.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, and somebody sing with their dad or something?
I don't know. That one I don't know.
Maybe that was Carole King a while back when she sang with Nat King Cole when he was in the screen behind her.
Might have been it.
And they sang.
I know they have Elvis on the screen now.
That's so weird. Remember when Eddie, Iron Maiden, was the biggest thing ever, and Eddie was like a puppet?
Yeah.
And now Tool comes out on stage and those holograms come out and stand next to them and shit.
Yeah, aliens and stuff.
That reminds me, one of the biggest mistakes I ever made in my life was losing a Van Halen ticket under the couch. So Van Halen's coming.
Yes.
So I owe Brian Van Halen tickets.
Yep.
So we gotta go. We gotta go this year.
And now that we can live stream from our phones, we could actually live stream a show as we go to the Van Halen concert. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
We could just hold up our phone.
And because we had to do the one at the Buford Theater where we had to set everything up.
Yeah.
And like actually set up this.
But yeah. It was crazy. Cameras and sound and lights and the whole thing. And not anymore. Now, I mean, this is still a big old deal, but that's just because I'm type A.
And we had, Chad Burney, like that was his whole job when we started doing.
Yeah. You actually had to have at least one person that would oversee the other stuff so we could do what we're doing. It was complicated. And it's not anymore. Like everything's at your fingertips now. How does that change comedy? Now that
it's hurt comedy, man.
You think so?
It's hurt the live performance. Because you get a viral video and you get a headline week and you can't do 45 minutes. You got a great 5 minutes. It's fucking fantastic. But there's 35, 40 more minutes. A stand-up set is not just, it's not as easy as people think it is. So to have it's all about hits, and like that's what's changed in my life is it's all about hits and and views and all that kind of nonsense. And I've always I just like going on stage and doing what I do. Right. And when I started in '98, there was not the internet or nothing like that was not a big issue. Right. It was all about how good you were on stage.
Yep.
Now how good you are on stage is secondary.
Right.
To how many Instagram followers you have or how many. I look like shit in a bikini, so I can't be on like on some of the. Nobody's going to be. Right. Looking at me all day on Instagram. So.
Well, and it's different with music though, because if something blows up for
you're all I've got, Brian.
You want to hold hands and sing Kumbaya. No, with bands, like if you got a viral video that blows up from some live gig that you did, people come to the shows because they want to see you play that song and play maybe the rest of you. Like, it's a good thing. But if enough of your little clips of your, like enough 3-minute segments of your 45 minutes to an hour get on the internet, they've seen it already.
Oh, well, my dry bar came out, right?
Yeah.
And it's doing really well, by the way. Go to drybarcomedy.com and look for me. And there's also tons of other comics on there that are really good. Check out Greg Warren. I mean, he's hilarious. There's so many. Russ Nagel's on there killing it. Johnny Beaner's doing well. There's a lot of really, really good comics on Dry Bar. So check that out. My special's on there. You can watch it and you can tip me at the end and leave me a little bit of cash and all that stuff. But that's helped me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they release clips from it.
Yeah.
And they get a lot of hits. Yeah. So now when I do those songs in my show, it feels kind of weird.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we were watching Gilbert Gottfried last night. We were just sitting around hanging out, and he's still doing parts of the thing he used to do 30 years ago, like holding the plates up and doing the Mickey Mouse. And when you see it live, I guess for people that like the greatest hits, it's still kind of funny. But to me, the one thing I didn't like about them putting up the mid-'80s Gilbert or late 80s Gilbert doing that, and the Gilbert from, like, say, last month or whenever they shot it, is that you can tell what the actual energy level is, the difference in the energy level. Like, when he did it originally, it was off the charts.
Oh, that's pizza and corn for me.
Yeah.
Like, when I started doing that bit, it was killing. Yeah. But I think it's not what you're saying is, to me, as a performer, it's not the crowd a lot of times. It's the energy you put into it.
Right.
Like, I don't put as much into that anymore. It's just like, I'm going to play this fucking song and get through it. And then I get other stuff that I like that I'm excited about. That may not even be as good, but it's...
The energy carries it.
Yeah. Agreed.
The energy carries it through. So, do you have to do anything? No, let's say one of your hits, like with the Dry Bar thing, goes viral. At any point do you go, well, I can't do that one anymore?
I try not to do... pizza and corn in clubs anymore. Yeah. On the ships, I have to do so many shows in front of the same crowd, kind of, in a way, that I have to do all my stuff in 5 days. Well, 5 different shows.
Yeah, but I guess most people haven't seen you that are on the ships.
Correct. Yeah. So I throw all that stuff in my shows on the boats. But in the clubs, the ships have taught me to embrace the clubs. Yeah. Because that's my free time. Like, to me, the ships are work. That's money. That pays my bills. And I'm... You know, it's more corporate feeling to me. Yeah. But when I'm in like tonight in Griffin and tomorrow in Virginia Highlands at $10, I feel so. I breathe. Yeah. And I embrace those environments now. Where I used to be like, I just kind of want to get it over and go home. I really want. And my whole ever since what I went through personally, it's just changed I wake up different. It's odd.
You appreciate the time.
I went to therapy, dude. I recommend therapy to anybody. I say go sit in a room with an old man and fucking spout off. Yeah. Because it gets it all out. Right. Like all that shit you carry around, man, I ain't, fuck that. It's not worth it. You're going to die. Yeah. You're going to die of an ulcer. Right. And I felt, for a while, I felt like I was going to, when I put my dog down, dude, I was done. Yeah. I wanted to lay down and go to sleep. Yeah. And, but yeah. Energy, man. It's all about energy. Yeah. About that joke. Yeah. And about all of this. It's all about energy. So.
Well, you got good energy today, man.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I'm 3 beers in.
So what'd you think about this, the ATL?
I think they both taste kind of the same.
Yeah, this is a little hoppier, just a little. And if you like something that tastes a little closer, like between a Pilsner and an IPA, this is definitely it. Man, we're getting love. Look, do you see all the love?
What is that? Is that
so?
Is that a Pilsner?
So I don't know what they call this. They don't really categorize it on the can. The other thing that's changed in 7 years.
Your sight?
Yeah. Single vision. I'm going to have to go get a new prescription, get like a progressive or a bifocal or something. I have to live my glasses. My parents, in my mind, my mom and dad are 71 at this point. Wow. And there's a great episode with my dad.
Shout out to Scotty Too Hottie, by the way.
Oh, Scotty Too Hottie.
He's going to be back on the show.
He is going to be back on the show.
We got a lot to talk about with Scotty Too Hottie.
He's texted you enough that he won't stop until...
I had to have a conversation with Brian about being worried about his brother over 3 o'clock in the morning, 100-word texts.
Yeah, he's like a stalker girlfriend to you sometimes.
Dude, that's where I get my new ideas, dude.
Is that
Scotty
it?
Too Hottie.
Your whole act
It's
is
Scotty
because
Too Hottie. Shit, yeah.
Well, for me, it's bands and singers, and so don't worry about him. That's
No,
just
I
what
love
he
your
does.
brother, man. He's coming to the show. He's coming back.
He's coming
He's
back.
our number one guest
Yeah,
of all time.
yeah, definitely the most energy.
Yes.
Best story.
Oh, he's got better stories. He's been telling me his better stories online, so I'm gonna bring him. Yeah.
You're gonna read them back to him.
Yeah.
But so this is like if you want something between a Pilsner and an IPA, the ATL is great. This is awesome. I got one more.
Okay.
You down for
One
one
more?
more?
Yeah, one
We
more.
have to do fresh glass.
It's your
every
birthday,
time.
baby.
It's my birthday.
Oh, your dogs left. They were like, "Fuck."
I have
sucks.
Look, this I have this
Brian
manly
got a
beer
man purse.
purse.
It's got a rubber on there. Is that a rubber? You carry a rubber around like that?
Yeah. Well, when you're drinking on the go, you gotta be prepared.
There's a fight in the doorway. There's a fight in the door. Guys in a fight.
Yeah, that's the one thing people will probably have to get used to that we didn't have on the last one. Hey, there's April Johnson. Hang on, I'm gonna break up a fight.
It's a fight in the alleyway out in front of the club, y'all.
Break up a fight. It's the mailman. The mailman's coming by.
Man,
Hey,
man.
shut up!
That's how you handle it.
That's how my dad used to handle it.
Yeah, we got to get your dad back on the show too.
Oh my God, man, he's even funnier than he used
Well,
to be.
Pettis, the guy, Joe Pettis, the dude that I'm doing the show for on Friday, tomorrow, was on the show when we faked the robbery. It didn't work on him.
He was smart.
Everybody
he was a smart guy.
scattered around him, and he just sat there.
It's like, this is a bit. I know this is a bit. I know these guys.
We're terrible fake robbers.
So this one, no, we haven't had this one at all. We didn't crack these open at all last night. This is made by the Monday Night Brewing Company. Let me look below my glasses to find out where the Monday Night Brewing Company is, actually. Well, it doesn't say on here. This is Slap Fight. This is an India Pale Ale. So we sort of started with a Pilsner. We hit something that's in the middle, and now we're going all the way to the right.
Pale ale.
They go for a Pale Ale. They got a nice skinny tie on here, and
Where are they
from the
from?
80s. It doesn't say.
Say right there up top.
Oh, Atlanta, Georgia. Monday Night Brewing
Tonight's
Company.
the ATL. Today's ATL
Dude,
day.
ATL beers.
You'd think somebody would make that connection before they started bringing them all. Like, didn't you know they were all from Atlanta?
I
would've
did
been-
absolutely zero preparation except for getting that one picture right there that I'm just going to keep showing as much
My
as
man
I
Billy
can.
B, Jacksonville, Florida. Big shout out. He's a very funny dude. Check out Billy B. He lives in Jacksonville. I hope to see him soon because I haven't been there in a while. So
Oh, cool.
I'm trying to get back down to Jacksonville. Home of
Billy.
Ronnie Van Zant.
And April Johnson, whoever that is.
We went to high school together.
She says
April
she
Johnson
loves.
used to date my buddy Jonathan Walker, who I
Yep.
stayed with this past weekend in Charleston.
Yep.
I did a show at Creekside Comedy Night in West Ashley, outside of Charleston. It was fantastic. Sold out. We had a great time.
Yeah.
Keith D, my man Keith D, puts the show together. I highly recommend it if you live in Charleston, South Carolina, to go out and do something fun because your city's kind of dead.
Closest anybody will get in a slap fight with us here.
Oh, no. Man, that's got a lot of tree in it.
Oh yeah. That's definitely. There's a lot of wood
Now,
on that one.
Now, I want people to know that I'm not a big fan of the barky wood taste, like the where it tastes like the forest. And that's very hoppy. Is that what that is? That's hop.
hops. That's hops. Now, one of the things I hope that we can do as we do this show going forward is to be of assistance for people.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be helpful, and so can I show you a trick that'll help with that?
Yes, do it.
Okay,
I need
so-
a trick to help with that. I just do not like that beer.
So one of the things that I
So
do.
that's wait. This is a IPA or
Yeah, it's-
okay. So
yeah,
the IPAs
IPA.
taste like this.
Yes,
Okay.
generally they do. They're pretty. As you say, they taste a lot like trees. So,
This fell out of my chair. Getting old, man.
do we need to put a seatbelt on
I
that
think
thing?
so. What the fuck just happened there?
Do you know where you are,
I
Mr.
need those
Speedbird?
shoes that tie themselves.
You're about to get them. Nike's about to handle it for you. So here's what you can do. If you get an IPA and you're like, ugh, it's a little too tree barky, I'm going to let you do your own. But one of the things I do, you just take a little bit of lemon juice,
That's a lot.
Oh, that's a lot made for me.
Brian likes a lot of lemon.
I like a lot of lemon. If you put a little bit of lemon juice in this thing,
Have you tried a Blue Moon with orange juice in it?
I usually put lemon in that too. But yeah,
I like the orange juicy Blue Moon. I'm not a big fan of what are those things that people drink in the morning with the V8 juice in it?
Oh God. Ugh.
What is that?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That people have in the morning?
It's
Help
a
me.
little. Yeah. I don't know the name of it, but I know what you're talking
It
about.
has celery in it.
Right.
Anybody?
Let's see. Nobody knows. Go Pack. Will
Wolf Pack.
Phillips. So if you put a little bit of lemon juice or anything citrusy in an IPA, it'll kind of curb that taste a little bit. Now,
Bloody Mary.
oh, there you go.
That's what I was looking for. I wasn't going to hear shit you said until I figured that out.
I drink nothing but beer when I.
Bloody Marys are morning drinks, but you can do orange juice and Blue Moon. Atlanta's Blue Moon, right? And Blue Moon Atlanta? Is that Atlanta?
Not anymore. I think they got bought out by like Anheuser-Busch or something.
Communist.
Then it'd be a Red Moon, right?
Yeah. Or a sickle and a sickle.
So if you just take a little lemon juice, it cuts. Now, a beer purist is going to say you should never do that. But the way I think about it is this. When you go to a fine restaurant and they serve your plate, what they bring out to the plate is the ideal of what the chef wanted.
Everybody's answering the question.
Yeah,
Bloody
answering
Mary.
it. Look at that.
Bloody Mary.
See, look at that.
And you do that in the mirror. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, and you open your eyes and she's standing behind you in the dark when you're a kid. I saw her this morning carrying fucking coffee around the house.
No, that's what you see behind you when you say.
Shit. I'm in much better shape now.
Yeah, you are.
Your hair's the same.
It's pretty much, yeah.
You're still a winner, dude. You're definitely the winner in that picture. I was on steroids then. I was buying steroids for my buddy Chad.
Oh, man. Oh, jeez. So, like, when you go to a restaurant, you're not supposed to do anything to the plate when they set it down. You're supposed to eat it like it is.
Yeah, you're not supposed to, like last night, you guys, before you even ate your steak your wife cooked, you put steak sauce on it.
Yeah.
That's not, I don't understand that. Like that's like putting salt on something before you eat it.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's on. You don't know how salty it is.
Right.
So the first thing people do is they grab their salt shaker and start putting salt on stuff before they've even tasted it.
Right. I'm guilty of that. I'm one of those people. And because most of the time, maybe because my tastes aren't nearly as refined, most people will want to...
Blue Moon's a Coors company.
Coors Company. There you go. Hey, that's him! Sean McElhaney. That's who we took to that was the winner. Hey, Sean. Sorry I forgot your name a while ago. McElhaney. That's what did it for me.
Thank you, Sean, for the knowledge and for waking Brian up.
Hey, I made it.
7 years of slumber. Wasn't that how long Rick Van Winkle actually slept? 7 years?
Should we start the show over now? I'm here.
Brian's here. Brian is just about shit his pants over Sean.
Hey, Sean. Good to see you, bud. Welcome back. It's good to have you. And thank you very much for letting us know that that's a Coors Company. And yeah, so this is... Yeah, I'm definitely one of those guys that salts and peppers stuff before I even get to it or put sauce
so
on
weird.
it. Or,
Why do you do that?
well, I think it's comfort. I used to do it with Lowry's all the time because I like the taste of Lowry's. So I'd put Lowry's on anything. It didn't matter what you put in front of me.
Why do you waste money on? Why don't you buy cheaper meat and just put Lowry's on it? Why don't you buy hamburger steak?
Well, I've been guilty of that a little bit. That goes back to the steady job.
It reminds
thing.
me too. I went to the Waffle House a while back, and did you know they've quit the patty melt?
Why?
I heard the guy tried to tell me that there's no more patty melt. That now it's the Texas toast melt, and it comes on Texas toast, not that rye. Like it's not a patty melt anymore. It's Texas toast melt, motherfucker. And Waffle House is messing that up. They don't have any more patty melts.
Is that because they don't want to spend money on two different kinds of bread?
I have no idea. You have to ask Waffle House that. I don't know if Waffle House is listening. Let me know why you're not making it's rye bread, right? Wasn't it rye or like some kind of wheat?
Yeah, it was like a different kind of thing.
Really good.
Right.
Texas toast is too thick. Like it's gross.
It's just thick white bread. That's all it is.
Yeah. That's
kind of like people in Texas. They're just thick white bread.
That's how they make their patty melts now.
Yeah. I apologize to everybody I know in Texas for saying that. So.
Yeah. So. My friend Dana Peck just sent me a text, and I appreciate the message. And she sent me a really cool painting of me and Mitch when he passed away. But she's my good friend. She's from Tampa, so she's a really big rock fan too. She's a huge fan of Blackberry Smoke.
Oh, cool!
And Charlie and all those guys.
I know the guy that's producing their new record.
Yeah, well, Charlie, my friend Kevin, who passed away in 2012. Was roommates with Charlie's wife in college. Mm-hmm. So before they got really big, I met Charlie a couple times and hung out with them. He's a really cool dude, man. Yeah. I like their music and I like that band.
It's real music.
Yeah, well, they're not the Crows, but come on.
Well, in your mind, who is?
Everybody, and it can't be Chris. So yeah, but we'll do Van Halen this year.
Yep,
when it happens. I really wanted to go see Springsteen on Broadway.
I saw it on Netflix. That's the closest I've
Amber and I
gone.
are going to watch that on Netflix. We've already got plans to watch
It's amazing. I won't spoil it.
Yeah, I would really like to see it. I've been listening to a lot of Springsteen.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like when I go through phases in my life, I change my music because I don't want my music to remind me of the last phase.
Right.
And now I'm in a Springsteen, John Prine. Who else am I listening to a lot now?
I don't listen to like new bands new at the time, like Hot Shelly Ray and stuff like that.
I've never heard of Hot Shelly Ray. I don't know who that is. Well, because the bands that I listened to originally have so many spin-off bands.
Yeah.
Marcus King. Have you heard Marcus King band yet?
No.
He's like a Warren Haynes. He's like the new Warren Haynes. His name's Marcus King Band because he's in Chris is doing As the Crow Flies, the Black Crowes tribute thing or whatever. Marcus King plays guitar in that.
Okay. I want to say that I know somebody
He's from
playing
around.
his
He's got to be
band.
from around here somewhere.
I'm going to say I know somebody's in his band. By the
Anybody
next
knows
time we
anything
do
about
this, I'll let
Marcus
you know.
King, type it in there where he's from. I want to say he's from. Warren's from Asheville, right? Is that where Warren Haynes is from? That area up in Asheville.
I'll say yeah.
Amy and I went to Muscle Shoals quite a few, 4 or 5 years ago now.
Yeah.
Obviously a while ago. And we saw Jason Isbell, Patterson Hood, and Mike Cooley do an acoustic show together. Mm-hmm. And I'm a huge Truckers fan. Like I drive by Truckers with and I'm trying to talk Amber into going to Lucero Picnic in March.
Oh, cool.
It's in Arkansas, or it's in Memphis this year.
Okay.
3 days.
Scotty's right below
I get
Memphis.
Scotty to meet me. Fuck. If I got Scotty meet me there, I ain't taking my girl. Shit.
No.
Hanging out with Scotty Too Hottie and 21-year-old chicks.
Yeah. Oh man. So I'll have to Hot Shelly Ray. Oh my god. New STD you can get in Cancun. Hey, look at this. We got people giving us punchlines. That's awesome. I love it.
Hot Shelly Ray. That should be like a morning drink instead of Bloody Mary. Hot Shelly Ray.
Hot Shelly Ray.
You heat it up. That's a Bloody Mary in a microwave. Ugh.
Look at you.
To lemon juice. And Brian's birthday.
It's my birthday.
Are you going out tonight for your birthday? What?
I have no idea what I'm doing.
I'm off rich! Girl, don't off our rich! That's hotel! Goddamn hotel! Yeah, I can't wait to meet him, dude. My mom should take me and Greg Mitchell to the original Charlotte Coliseum and drop us off and leave us in the 6th grade for $8 a head.
What?
And we would. I saw Ric Flair and Rick Steamboat wrestling in a cage twice.
Okay.
I was at a wrestling match one time with Greg Mitchell in the fucking 2nd row, Charlotte Coliseum, and it was back in the day when you could still smoke and shit in there.
Yeah.
And we're in 6th grade. We're 12 years old, dude.
Sure.
And our moms would drop us off, and we would hang out in there. And I'm not making any of this up. You can. Greg is my damn witness.
We're not going to judge her parenting skills at all.
Yeah, my mom, she had to go to
I love
Palomino
her.
Club. She had to go to Palomino Club, so she would drop us off and go do whatever.
Brenda?
Anyway, Brenda. She had a Pontiac Sunbird.
Oh my god!
Hell yeah,
man!
So it smelled funny. So then she would drop us off, and I was at a wrestling match one time, and I was watching the Rock and Roll Express wrestle the Briscoe brothers.
Okay,
Jack and Jerry Briscoe.
Yep.
And I don't know which one of them it was, but he's walking around the ring apron. Yeah. And this place is packed with 15,000 people.
Yeah.
Cigarette smoke everywhere. And it was back in the day when grandmas would be in the front yelling at the wrestlers. And some dude behind me and Greg took one of those fireballs that you suck on, those hot fireballs, the jumbo ones, out of his mouth and went woof, and whipped it like a fucking fastball. And it went over our head and hit one of the Briscoe brothers right in the back. And he stopped and turned around and came over that metal barricade and beat this dude's ass like right there. I was in 6th grade. So and I went to high school with Gold Dust, who was Dusty Rhodes' son.
Right.
I didn't know him. He was a senior and I was a sophomore. His name was Dustin Runnels.
Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, Dusty Rhodes was his daddy. That's his daddy. And so in Charlotte, I went to high school with them. So I've just always been a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
And now I get to meet Tall Tales. Give me your Tall Tales tonight. So I'm excited, man. It's going to be a good time. I'm definitely going to get pictures. I'm going to make him put me over his head.
You know what? I may have to change whatever I was supposed to be doing for my birthday.
Yeah, you want to get like fucking like in a figure 4 for your birthday or something. I'm going to put you to sleep for your birthday. Hey, choke my friend Brian out. It's his birthday.
It's not weird.
Hey, do me a favor. Pile drive Brian. It's his birthday. Hey, can you choke Brian unconscious for his birthday?
He wants to get down in his underwear first.
Hey, wildfire. He's getting old, though. It's more like a brush fire now. He's getting old. I'm going to walk in there tonight. He's going to be staring at me like, I saw that podcast today, motherfucker. Brush fire. He's like a dumpster fire. Tommy Dumpster Fire Rich. I'll get you some of that dumpster fire. Smell like shit. Dumpster fire. Smell like burning up babies.
Oh, my God. Oh, good Lord.
Okay.
I think we're back in full effect, man. Met Justin's girlfriend the other day.
Who's Justin?
I don't know. We talked something. We said something. I don't know.
Justin.
That's the one thing that's different about having. It's weird with having live comments and stuff. Is they're about a minute behind us, so we see their comments.
It's not real time.
No.
It's not real time right there.
It's got to go up to the satellite, and then the government's got to sift through it.
Russians, they got to translate Russian. They got to translate Russian
exactly.
shit up.
And then they
Nemala Shem. Hvala. See, I speak a little bit of Serbian. Hvala in Serb is thank you, and Nemala Shem is you're welcome.
I think I heard a car just pull up. I think they're coming to get us. That's how quick it is.
Hvala.
They can't get this video more quicker than a minute to those people, but they can show up 20 seconds after you say something like that.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, these things are on when they're not on.
I know, that makes me nervous. You notice I have tape over cameras and stuff on computers.
Just the ones around your computer. You know, weirdo. Why do you have that weird plastic over your keyboard?
So, I'm glad that you're here.
I'm glad it's your birthday, and we're 6 minutes short of an hour.
We're almost to an hour.
We're almost to an hour.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good for your birthday party.
Yeah, I think so.
So, keep tuning in because we're going to do more.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, if
we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Officially.
We're back officially.
People been asking.
He said it. You said it.
Well, people been asking, and it's been Brian and I every time we talk. Like, hey man, I got another guy asking me the other day, like when's the show coming back? Or Steve Rainwright now.
Yeah,
Steve, has been he and Sean. And gosh, who else we got out there? There's a handful of them.
They're OG fans.
Steve was probably our first fan.
Yeah, definitely.
Steve Wainwright and Christy.
Yeah, Christy.
And so they're still here in town. We got to get up with them.
Yep.
He does pyrotechnics. What is it? Kaboom Pyros.
Yeah, exactly.
Is Steve's company.
I went. It's probably been a year now. I went down to see the Gwinnett Braves. I don't know what they call them now, but
sorry about that Wolfpack beat down to that Auburn basketball team, though, Steve. Anyway, go ahead with your story. But yeah, Steve's been with us since the beginning, dude.
The very beginning.
Yeah. So thanks for listening.
Thank you, Maria.
Maria says happy birthday. Maria and I grew up together. She lives in Charlotte.
Cool.
And we've known each other a long time. She's a cool chick. Yeah. So happy birthday from Maria.
Yeah. Thank you, Maria.
You're welcome, Brian. Maria's an incredible painter too, by the way.
Really?
She's a great artist. She does wine and canvas. Do you know what that is?
Oh, it's
where girls meet and they go and hang out. And Maria teaches that in Charlotte.
And
she painted a really cool mural in downtown Mooresville, North Carolina too. It's Angel Wings. So she's really, really talented. Yeah, we've been friends since like 6th grade.
Cool.
Yeah, her real name is Maria Gaddy. I don't know what Velez Capagna is. That's like some kind of weird
artist name,
alias of some sort. But her name is Maria Gaddy.
Well, one of the things that for me that has changed in the last 7 years is definitely my inner rock star has calmed down to the point of Sean wants to know when we're getting together again soon. We're going to find a place we'll get together again soon. Sean,
it'll be. We're trying to do a couple of months. So in February, I'm a lot of line gigs in February. I'm doing the Start. I'll be in Birmingham for a week and a half. I'm doing the Stardome. So I think during that time around Valentine's Day.
If people want to know where you're at and how to come see you, where do they go?
Just go to Spainberg.com or just find me on Facebook. I'm almost at 5,000, but every time I see someone else wants to be my friend, I unfriend someone who I've never talked to.
Okay.
So that's kind of how I'm rolling with it right now. So I'm almost at 5,000. You can go to the Big Wheel Brigade is my Facebook fan page. Okay. The Big Wheel Brigade. So go on there. Put all my tour dates. And all my tour dates are on my webpage. Okay. So Spainberg.com. On Instagram, I post photos from all over the place. I'm doing a lot of different spots in the world. So.
Thankfully, you don't post pictures you send me.
No, I don't. I don't send anybody those pictures but you, baby. I like tall chicks. I chase tall chicks like Brian.
But we're back. We're back.
We're officially back. So next time we'll start tagging when we're going to be again.
Oh yeah.
But it won't be any more than we're looking at Valentine's week.
Yeah.
It depends on when I can get back to Atlanta because, like I
Yeah.
said, I don't live here anymore. So
Yeah. So there'll be something once a month for as long as we can figure it out. The big thing is if you go to the Facebook page, if you're watching now, you've got a link to the Facebook page. That's the Suds and Buds Facebook page. Like that page. And anytime we're doing something, you'll get an alert. Anytime we put a picture up, and usually I'll try, like I did yesterday. I put a little picture of the set, kind of teasing it out, like, hey, this is probably going to happen. So that'll be. It's sort of like
damn, that.
you're not a
You taste it
fan.
now, like that lemon juice, I think settled in there. That's
You got to the bottom.
whoa, buddy. That tastes like something you drink when you have the flu. Border Patrol makes you drink that kind of shit when you get.
So we'll
Climb that wall, buddy.
So we'll be doing like they used to do with food trucks and Twitter, where like the food truck would tweet out like an hour or two before they were going to be at like 3rd and Lindsley or whatever. Hey, this is where we're going to be. We'll do that with Suds and Buds with the live stream. I'll find a way to get all of the stuff back up online. So if you want to check out all the video for the past episodes is already on YouTube. Just search for it. But the audio, I'll get that back up and running.
Yeah, if you never really watched the show before, go back and watch the other episodes because it was a lot of fun. It was a good time, and we're a lot younger and better looking.
Yeah.
So yeah, and so check it out and come back. We'll start letting you know when we're gonna do this again.
Yeah. We'll tease it out.
Happy birthday to you.
I love it. That's my friend, y'all.
I've been working on my voice too.
I can tell. Do you remember how we get out of this?
I don't.
You don't.
No, it's been 7 years, dude. I've been through a lot. Look, one glass. Like, look at the alcohol.
It's a good start.
Thanks, man.
It's a good start. I'll help you.
All right.
You go.
The SS Boom.
SS Boom.
SS Boom.
SS Boom.
SS Boom. SS Boom.
SS Boom.
SS Boom. SS Boom.
SS Boom. Say it. I'm not leaving till you say it. Now look who gets drunk and starts molesting me. Look at this. Now who's coaching who there, coach?
SS Boom.
SS Boom. That's right. That's
How we end the show now.
It's hilarious.
SS Boom.
We got to make bumper stickers.
We will.
SS Boom.
SS Boom.
That's it.
Okay, all right, got you.
Drink up. We'll see you next time.
Peace.